Every day, we come home, we lay down on the couch, we put on our headphones, we blast sad music, and then we proceed to zone out, to sleep, or to just doom scroll. And your parents always ask you this question, and it's always, why are you so sad? And they don't get it. And I understand that completely. But just because they don't understand what's going in our minds or what's going on at school doesn't mean we have the right to be idle in depression. Let's break this down. I have 3 main action steps that I want you to implement today. We must open our minds and be willing to understand that God is using these situations in order for you to grow out of them. But why would God do something like this? According to Romans 8, verse 28, it says this. It says, "And we know that in all good things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Here, the Bible is stating that God gives us these situations, these moments of pain in life, for the better. Now, in verse 28, does it say that the works are good? No. But it does say that the works are for the good. So we must pray to God and ask him to open our minds so that we may understand and view the situation that we're in a different perspective. Number 2, implementing action steps. The first step that I want you to do is I want you to limit negative influences in your everyday life. And what I mean by influences is that music, for example, is an influence. If you're listening to bad music, and what I define as bad is music that is explicit, music that causes you to feel sad, and music that makes you angry. For example, on a happy day, you listen to happy music, and it makes you what? More happy. And on a sad day, you listen to sad music because it makes you more what? Sad. And some studies believe that it helps to cope. But here, as a Christian, the Bible tells us that Christ is our coping method, that we must come to him and not from things from the world. Also, surrounding yourself with the wrong people affects how you think and your depression. Why? Because if you're putting yourself in an environment where all they think is negatively, where all they feel are negative emotions, that's going to rub off on you. My next action step is exercise. I can't stress how much exercise helps your mental health. And I've been working out for over a year now. It clears your mind. It clears your mind. I feel stressed out, I work out. And it's become a constant habit. And you don't have to do a full 1 hour dumbbell or 1 hour height workout. But what you can do is you can go on a 10-minute walk. With that 10-minute walk, it releases the endorphins in your mind and it helps you to feel relaxed. Just looking at nature, it helps you to feel relaxed. And you may ask, I can barely get out of bed in the morning. How do you expect me to actually go on a walk or to stop listening to sad music? Let me tell you something. And my one thing here to say is small goals. Set small goals. If you haven't been able to get out of bed, make it a goal to get out of bed at a reasonable time and make your bed. Boom. That's a goal. Every day, waking up, making your bed. Number 2, what I want you to do is I want you to have a breakfast. Have a nutritious breakfast. And it doesn't have to be like the ones you see on TikTok, like, steak, eggs, avocado. But it's just a matter of having like maybe a yogurt with a bit of granola. Nutritious breakfast. Maybe eggs with a piece of toast. Nutritious breakfast. Okay? I want you to start setting the small goals which will further along the line build up and help you to move on from this cycle. Number 3, using discipline as a tool in order to further increase consistency. And I can't stress how much the importance of including discipline in our day-to-day lifestyle is. Okay? Because discipline is not an emotion. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos on discipline, but discipline isn't something you can do, it's something you have, something you earn. By using discipline, it makes these habits that I'm giving you, such as doing exercise, making a routine, setting small goals, limiting negative influences, it makes it a second nature. It makes it, instead of doing a forced task, it helps you to make it a habit, a routine, a structure. The journey to get out of depression is not easy, and it's very hard. And the journey to become consistent and to change your life is extremely difficult. And I can tell you firsthand what it's like to have to completely change your mindset. So when struggling with depression, I want you to remember this. With a little bit of faith, with action, and with discipline, you'll be able to rise above it. And if you want help, I am a Christian online life coach. 4-week free offer where I do one call each week. I catch up with you. I give you free PDFs, free resources, and I implement my dominate and thrive method. For example, like this. You want to combat your depression. I will give you steps, resources, guides, advice on how to combat depression and help thrive from it, like in this video. Okay? I'm helping you to combat and also grow. Now, if you like what I have to say, check out the link below. I'll put in the link. And when you go to my business website, I want you to press contact, put in your first, last name, and tell me what you're struggling with in the description box. Tell me what you want to improve. Okay? It's free, so make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that follow button.